Earthquakes are one of the most destructive natural disasters that can happen on our planet. They are caused by the sudden release of energy from within the Earth's crust, and can have devastating effects on human populations and the environment. In this article, we will explore the causes of earthquakes, their effects on the planet, and how we can prepare for and respond to these disasters. Earthquakes are caused by the movement of tectonic plates, which make up the Earth's crust. These plates are in constant motion, driven by the movement of molten rock in the Earth's mantle. Where these plates meet, there are often areas of intense geological activity, including volcanoes, mountain ranges, and faults. A fault is a fracture or break in the Earth's crust, where the two sides of the fracture move relative to one another. When the movement of these plates causes the sides of a fault to shift suddenly, it creates seismic waves that radiate outwards from the point of the rupture. These waves are what we feel as an earthquake. The strength and duration of an earthquake depend on several factors, including the size of the fault, the depth of the rupture, and the speed and direction of the movement of the plates. Larger earthquakes, such as those that occur along subduction zones where one tectonic plate is forced beneath another, can cause devastating damage to buildings and infrastructure. The effects of earthquakes can be devastating, both in terms of loss of life and damage to infrastructure. The shaking of the ground can cause buildings to collapse, bridges to fail, and landslides to occur. Earthquakes can also trigger tsunamis, which can cause further destruction along coastal areas. In addition to the immediate effects of an earthquake, there can also be long-term impacts on the environment and on human populations. For example, earthquakes can cause changes in the landscape, including the formation of new mountains and valleys. They can also cause changes in groundwater levels and affect the distribution of water resources. Given the destructive power of earthquakes, it is important to be prepared for these disasters. There are several steps that individuals, communities, and governments can take to reduce the risk of damage and loss of life from earthquakes. One of the most important steps is to conduct regular earthquake drills and ensure that buildings and infrastructure are designed to withstand seismic activity. This includes reinforcing buildings with earthquake-resistant materials, such as steel and concrete, and ensuring that critical infrastructure, such as hospitals and power plants, are built to withstand seismic activity. In addition to preparing buildings and infrastructure, it is also important to have emergency plans in place that can be activated in the event of an earthquake. This includes having emergency supplies on hand, such as food, water, and medical supplies, and knowing how to safely evacuate from buildings and affected areas. Earthquakes are a natural phenomenon that can have devastating effects on human populations and the environment. They are caused by the movement of tectonic plates in the Earth's crust, and can cause buildings to collapse, landslides, and tsunamis. To reduce the risk of damage and loss of life from earthquakes, it is important to be prepared and to take steps to strengthen buildings and infrastructure. This includes conducting regular earthquake drills, ensuring that